That's why it says, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine showing uncorruptness. You almost have to be perfect to be a leader in order to have a respect as a leader anyway. In order to earn your wife's respect, you have to be holy. You have to be righteous. That's what Paul is saying here. A pattern of good works in doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned. You have to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
Because believe me, they remember. They're going to bring it up in an argument later.
Yes, every time.
Oh, you said that. So how you going to tell me this? Uh-huh. Paul knows what he's talking about. God knows what he's talking about. Sound speech that cannot be condemned. That he that is the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. You're the head of your house. Don't give anybody, whether it be your house or whether it be outside your house, something evil to say about you.
Amen.
That is why I'm striving to be the best man that I can be. So that I can have the respect of my wife and my house.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So your reputation actually is important.
Yeah.
Because of that reputation, that gives you the respect to lead your house. And if you're a minister, or if you're an elder, it gives you the respect to be in that position in the congregation. Having no evil thing to say to you. So as the leader of the house, you have to be without blemish. You can't talk the talk and not walk the walk.
Amen.
You want to talk about it, you got to be about it. There's a difference between saying you're a Christian and saying you follow the Bible and then doing something else completely different. You can't give them an excuse. So the bottom line is husbands and wives have different roles to play. But both of those roles are equally important. The husband is the head of the household. The woman takes care of the household. But both of you have the responsibility to be righteous and to follow the will of God. Everybody has to submit themselves to something. The man has to submit himself to God. The man has to submit himself to other men. If you don't have your own company, you got a boss.
That's right.
You have to submit yourself to the law. You have to submit yourself to higher authorities, to governing powers. Everybody has to submit themselves to something. Why not, wives, submit yourselves to this man of God? All in all, you need to love one another. And love, like I said, it's not about a feeling. You have a responsibility. You have taken on a job when you say you love somebody. Because it's not about how they make you feel, because sometimes they make you feel really angry. Y'all got quiet.
You're right, brother.
Sometimes they make you upset. But even though they make you upset, that doesn't mean you stop loving them. So what does that tell you? It's not about the feeling. It's about the dedication. It's about the caring. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. This will be it. What is love? 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Starting at verse 1, it says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not love, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. If you speak with elegance and you don't have love, it's just like hitting a cymbal. It don't mean nothing. It's just a bunch of noise. Verse 2, it says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains, and have not love, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not love, it profiteth me nothing. Love suffereth long. This is the first listed characteristic of love. It suffers long. You know what that means? You're going to have to suffer. You're going to have to go through some things when you love somebody. You're not always going to agree. Love suffereth long and is kind. Love envieth not. Can you imagine living in a house where your spouse envies you? Who would want to live in a situation like that? Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself. It is not puffed up. It's not arrogant. It doth not behave itself unseemly. It doesn't seek for itself, which means it's constantly caring about the other person. You put the other person before you. You're not constantly seeking, what do I want? What do I want out of life? What do I want to do? What's good for me? Love says, what's good for you? How does she feel right now? What is she thinking? What should I do to make her feel better? That's what love does. It's a responsibility. It's not a feeling. It is not easily provoked, and it thinketh no evil. It doesn't rejoice in iniquity. You don't get happy when something bad happens to the other person, but rejoiceth in the truth. Love beareth all things. No matter what, I still love you. Believeth all things, hopeth all things, and endureth all things. Love never fails. Now you tell me where it said something about how they make you feel. Where did it say something about how they make you feel? It gave you a list of things to do. Love is a responsibility. Love is a job.
Yeah.
It's not about how they make you feel. It's about how much you care about them. That's what love is. So husbands and wives, love each other. Put them before you. Follow the model in the Bible, and you won't even have to worry about divorce. I guarantee you, if you follow God's model, you won't have any issues. And if you do, that means God is a liar. And I know he's not. If you're having issues, follow God's model. That means that something that God wrote down is not going on in your relationship.
Right.
That means that something out of this word that he wrote for us to follow isn't happening in your relationship. If you follow God's model, you don't even have to worry about divorce. But understand, children, understand that after you get married, that's it. That is all. Once you get married, that's it. Except it be for fornication, that's it. Understand that, child. If there's anyone here that has any need whatsoever, any visitors this evening, anybody that needs the prayers of the church, if you need to confess that you have sinned and repent of that sin, won't you come forward while together we stand and sing.
I know the